Hello dear children, welcome back to the channel. We are looking at the chapter called Force and Laws of Motion. Already I gave you some idea about force. What is the symbol for force? F. What is its unit? Newton. What is the meaning of force? Already you got to know. What is force? It is a physical quantity which changes the state of motion of a body. Yes or no? That's what force is, no? It will make a body at rest to move and a body at motion to come at rest. That is the task of force. Then laws of motion, when we are discussing, first law already we have seen, Newton's first law of motion. First law means, of course, it is Newton's first law of motion. Newton has studied about it. So first law, that is also called as law of inertia. What is that? Law of inertia. Okay, fine. Now inertia, that's a different discussion again. Inertia means mass, I told you. There is a detailed discussion about inertia also. Now let us try to understand this first law. What is first law? Already in the last video I have told you, but I have to discuss some examples also. So what is the statement? Until and unless we apply external force, body at rest remains at rest only. Okay, next continuation of this, body at rest remains at rest only. Body at uniform motion, UM means uniform motion. Body at uniform motion remains at uniform motion only. That means the state of the motion is not getting changed. A body at rest will remain at rest. A body in uniform motion will remain at uniform motion only. Some of the examples we need to give for this first law. Already I told you. For example, I have kept one body of mass m. It is at rest right now. It is at rest. Without applying any force, will it move? No, it doesn't move. If you apply a force, then only it will start to move. First law, clear. Are you getting my point? Already body with mass, it was moving with velocity v. If you apply some external force in the opposite direction, then only it will stop, no? Otherwise it will be continuing its motion, uniform motion like that. Are you getting my point? Some of other important examples. For example, I have one bus here. This is the bus. Okay, here is the driver and we have the driving wheel and all, whatever it is. You are sitting here. Now let us think the bus is at rest now. Bus hasn't started, it is at rest, it is standing there in the bus stand. Now, immediately if the bus starts, it starts to move in the forward direction. What will happen to you, tell me? Your body will fall forward or backward? You think about it. There is a situation, no, your body was sitting there. Now bus started to move in the forward direction. Can you imagine if bike is stationary, it is at rest. If you accelerate, if your friend accelerate, it will fall back, no? Why will fall back? Now tell me, when the bus was at rest, your body has become adapted to rest only. Yes or no? Bus was at rest, your body got adjusted to rest only. Now, your body wants to remain at rest only. That is inertia. Due to your mass, your body wants to be at rest only. But when the bus starts to move, the bus carries you forward just like that. But your body says, no, I don't want to come forward. I want to be at my original position. That's why you fall back. When do you fall back? When bus at rest starts to move suddenly. Okay, when the bus at rest starts to move suddenly, you fall back. Why you fall back? You fall back due to inertia. Inertia means you want to be at rest only. If you are there at rest, you want to be at rest. If you are in motion, you want to be in motion. That is called inertia. Are you getting my point? Okay, this is very simple. Bus at rest, immediately it started means you will fall back. Why you will fall back? Due to inertia. The reason is when the bus is at rest, your body got adapted to be being at rest. But when bus starts to move, it carries you forward, but you want to stay at rest only. Let me give you one more example here. Let me rub it off so that I can explain in a better way. Okay, fine. Let us take the same bus example now. Beside that, now the same bus is here. I have got the bus here. Okay, so here is the driving wheel and here you are sitting. Okay. Now let us think bus was in motion with some velocity v. Already it was moving. Bus was in motion. It was moving. It was going somewhere. Now immediately brakes are applied. Immediately brakes are applied. When they apply the brake, tell me, you fall forward or you fall backward? You are going on bike. Immediately you are sitting behind the person who is riding. Immediately he or she applies the brakes. Where do you fall? Forward or backward? You fall forward. No. Just think about it. Imagine this, you fall forward. Why do you fall forward? This is very important. This is again due to inertia. Due to inertia. Let me explain. What is the meaning of inertia again? See here, when the body was in motion, when the bus was in motion, your body was adjusted to move forward. It was adjusted. It was moving with the bus. But when they suddenly applied the brakes, bus came to rest. No? But where your body was moving forward. So your body wants to keep on moving in the forward direction only. It don't want to stop. That's why you fall forward. Are you getting my point? Okay, when brakes are applied, you are falling forward. Why you are falling forward? That is due to inertia. Let me explain you one more time. The bus was moving in the forward direction. Your body got adjusted to the movement in the forward direction. But when the brakes are applied, bus wants to stop. But your body was moving forward now along with the bus. That's why it wants to keep on moving in the forward direction with uniform motion. That's why it falls forward when the brakes are applied. These are the best examples for first law of motion because this is related to inertia. Our body got inertia now. For example, you are running very fast in the ground. If you want to stop suddenly, will you stop? No, you will go 2-3 steps forward. No. Why? Because your body wants to be in the continuous motion. Are you getting my point? When you jump from the bus, for example, here bus is there. Bus is there, you are sitting here and you want to jump outside. If you jump, what will happen? If you keep on moving with the bus, if you run, when you jump from the bus, you have to run 2-3 steps so that you will be safe. If you don't go like that, you will fall. Why you will fall? Because in the bus, your body is adapted to go forward. But when you jump, immediately stand there, your body wants to move forward only. That's why you fall forward when you are jumping out of a bus. Don't jump out of a bus. I am giving an example. Yes or no? ಗಾಡಿ ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಜಿಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಬಿದ್ದು ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹಿಂಗ ಬಸ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಡಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರ ಒಂದ್ 2-3 ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಆರ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಐಮ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಸೇ ವೈ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ದೇರ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಸೇಫ್ okay why it is happening again due to inertia. Inertia means the meaning of inertia is the body at rest wants to remain at rest and body at uniform motion wants to be in the state of uniform motion only. This is only called as inertia. If they are asking you define inertia in the 9th standard annual examination paper, if one word comes like inertia, what is the meaning of inertia? What you are supposed to say? Inertia means it is property of body. Inertia means what? Property of body due to which body opposes the state of motion, change in state of motion. That is, they are heavy words used in NCERT. The body don't want to change its state of motion. That's what is called inertia. But to write it in simple word, property of a body due to which body at rest remains at rest. Next, continuing this, body at uniform motion remains at uniform motion. That means if a body is at rest, it will keep on continuing its state of motion as rest only. If it is in uniform motion, it wants to continue in uniform motion only. This is what first law of Newton's first law of motion, that is also called as inertia and law of inertia also. Okay, basically what I am trying to tell here is inertia means it is a property of any body due to which if it is at rest, it wants to be there at rest only. If it is in uniform motion, it wants to continue itself in uniform motion. Did you understand? My dear children, please tell me, did you understand this law or not? Very important law. You can give all these examples of falling forward in a bus, falling backward in a bus. When we jump out of the bus, we fall forward, all those things. Okay. Next, Newton's second law. Newton's Second law of motion. Second law of motion. This is known to you, no? Already I have explained you. The rate of change of momentum of a body is directly proportional to force. Already I explained, but we got the formula. What is that? F is equal to mv minus mu divided by t. I explained in the last class. What was that? There was a body of mass m. It was moving with velocity u. Okay. After some time t, I have applied some force F here, and after that it started to move with velocity v here. After some time t. Here the momentum is mv, here the momentum is mu, final momentum minus initial momentum divided by time taken. Rate of change of momentum. Change in momentum divided by time taken. So it becomes like m bracket v minus u divided by t. So m into v minus u by t means a. So F is equal to ma. This is very famous equation I told you. Yes or no? We discussed about this unit of force. What is this? Kg meter per second square. M means what? Kg. Acceleration means meter per second square. This is only known as Newton. Newton means what? Kg meter per second square. Okay. So based upon this, we are supposed to solve very good numericals, which I am going to start now. Please, anyhow, you must have taken your notebook and pen out, and you are making notes also. Let us get started with some more important numericals. Okay. A force is applied. A force is applied on a body of mass 10 kg, and its velocity changed from 20 meter per second to 10 meter per second in 5 seconds. Okay. Find force applied. Okay. Very simple question. You can solve it on your own, but let me give you some approach. A force is applied on a body. Some force is applied on a body of mass 10 kg. So m is equal to what? 10 kg they have given. Mass is given. Next, its velocity changed from 20 meter per second to 10 meter per second. That means initial velocity was u, that was 20 meter per second. Okay, and it changed from 10 meter per second. Velocity is decreasing here. It was moving with 20 meter per second. Now it has become 10 meter per second. Means what is the meaning of this? I am applying the force in opposite direction. Okay, there was a body of mass 10 kg. Okay, and it was moving with velocity 20 meter per second, and after some time, how many seconds they told? In 5 seconds. Time is also given. In 5 seconds, the body's velocity has become 10 meter per second. What does it mean? The velocity has reduced means the force has been applied in the opposite direction. Initially it was 20, now it is 10, means in opposite direction I have applied the force because velocity has decreased. Okay, fine. Now they are asking you to find force applied. Very good. So force is equal to, you know, right? Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Then mass into acceleration is going to be v minus u divided by t. Very famous formula. Is it all right? Okay. Next, m is going to be 10 kg given bracket. V is going to be 10. Then u is going to be 20. 10 minus 20 divided by time is going to be 5 seconds. So force will become 10 into 10 minus 20 minus 10 divided by 5. 5 ones are 5 twos are. So F is equal to minus 20 Newton. Minus 20 Newton. You may say, sir, force how it can be minus? Yes, because it is in opposite direction of the motion. If force is applied along the direction of motion, it is positive. If force is applied in opposite direction, it becomes minus. So that's why it is a minus 20 Newton. Very important. First question only you have done with one conceptual understanding. Okay. So let's get into next question now. Let us try to understand next question also. Very simple questions I will give, starting 2-3 questions. Then we will jump on to the difficult level of questions. Okay. Now tell me. For example, I have got one body here. Let me take the mass of the body to be 20 kg. Mass is 20 kg. M is 1. Here I have applied 10 Newton force. 10 Newton. And here I am applying a force of 5 Newton. Okay. Now they are asking you find acceleration of body. They are asking you to find its acceleration. How to find it? Tell me. This is 10 Newton and here I have 5 Newton. So net force will be 5 Newton along this direction. Yes or no? For example, 10 Newton I am pushing and 5 Newton it is being pushed from that direction. So net force, my 5 will be cancelled due to this, but net force will be 5 Newton in this direction. So net force, whatever net force is there, net means total. This is 10, this is 5. Together they do not become 15 because they are in opposite direction. So that's why it becomes how much? 5 Newton. 5 Newton in that direction. Okay. Now I have mass of 20 kg. Now they are asking you acceleration is equal to question mass. How to find this? F is equal to m into a. F is already 5. So m is going to be 20. It is given into a. So a is equal to 20 divided by 5. So a is equal to what? 4 meter per second square. In which direction? In the net force direction. I will get acceleration that is equal to 4 meter per second square. Very simple now. Let me give you one more example here. I have a body of mass 100 kg here. Okay. I have applied a force of 100 Newton like this, and I have applied one more force 100 Newton like this. Okay. They are asking you acceleration. Immediately you can say it is 0. Why it is 0? Because there is no force at all. Here it is 100 and opposite also I am having 100. So 100 and 100 they will get cancelled. So net force, how much it will be? Net force is equal to 0. And what is the formula for force? MA should be equal to 0. M is going to be 100. 100 A is equal to 0. So A becomes 0. Yes or no? It is not moving. These are called balanced forces. What are these? These 100 Newton and 100 Newton. These are called balanced forces. Balanced forces. Why they are balanced forces? Because they are not moving the body. They are balancing each other. I am also pushing with force 100 Newton, and that side also somebody is pushing with force 100 Newton. They will get cancelled each other. So that's why balancing. Both are balancing. But these forces here 10 Newton and 5 Newton. These are called unbalanced forces. Unbalanced forces. When unbalanced forces are applied on a body, body will start to move. When balanced forces are applied on the body will remain at rest only. Because 100 Newton balanced forces, body will remain at rest. And here unbalanced forces are there, that's why body will move. Let me give you one more example here. Here is a body with 100 kg. Okay, I have body with 100 kg. Here I am applying two forces. One is like 10 Newton, another is like 40 Newton. Now they are asking you, what will be acceleration of the body? Very simple, right? How to do these kind of problems? F net is equal to mass into acceleration. Net means simply it is total force. What is the total force? 10 Newton and 40 Newton. It becomes 15 Newton now. Yes or no? 15 Newton in the same direction. That is equal to mass is going to be 100 into A. So A is going to be 50 divided by 100. So that is like 51s are 52s are. So 1 by 2 means 0.5. What is 0.5? 0.5 meter per second square. In which direction? In the same direction of net force. So that's why acceleration will be in that direction. Okay, so basically in Newton's second law of motion we have one beautiful formula. What is that? F is equal to ma, and a can be written as v minus u by t, and by using that we can solve lot of problems. Okay, in the next video I will bring some more problems on Newton's second law of motion, and we will jump on to Newton's third law of motion, and there are so many other topics which I am supposed to discuss. So keep on learning, keep on studying. All the very best for all of you. Thank you.